Hey, Colabcoaching yet again to share some wise words of wisdom for the week number 2 of the Be Yourself series. Be Yourself series. So excited to get into this week because we're going a little bit deeper like usual. So I hope you're ready for the ride as we get into it. So, without any questions, without any further ado, without any lingering thoughts, let's get into the topic. The topic for this week is how to be yourself in any situation. How to be yourself in any situation. Now, when we talk about this, being yourself is critical for your identity. As I talked about last week, being yourself is critical for your identity because you're now building confidence into who you are when you're in certain situations, and it allows you to be comfortable with yourself. Sometimes we are swayed from one side or another, from friends, from family, from society, from significant others, about who they think you should be and who they compare you to be. And that becomes a crutch. It becomes like your Achilles heel because you start to focus on what other people are comparing you as instead of you focusing on who you are and who you're meant to be. Now, as I said before, you focusing on who you're meant to be, that means you have to do the work. You have to do the work. You have to figure out what your likes are, what your dislikes are, what you appreciate, what you don't appreciate, and things of that nature, how much you love yourself, self-care, all these beautiful things. But we have to remember that while you're going through this journey, while you're focusing on you have to remember that you're still living in a society. You're still living around people. You're still living around people close to you, people far from you, strangers, and things of that nature. And when they look at you, they're going to see something about you. They're going to see a perception. Now, when I'm not saying that the perception that they're giving you is bad, I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that we have to understand that no matter what someone says, no matter what someone tries to make a comparison of you as, compare you to somebody else, you have to know who you are within that at all times. So whatever situation, let's break down situations. I think that's the easiest part. So let's say a situation where you're at work and your boss is comparing your work with your other coworker and say, well, hey, David, see, I'm David. So listen for the example. Hey, David, I see that you're slacking comparing to what so-and-so is doing. Or I see that you're not giving as much effort as you used to, and this other person is doing great. That hurts you. That diminishes your ability. That's saying that you're not doing good enough. But that doesn't mean that it's completely terrible. It doesn't mean that it's the worst thing in the world. But you have to remember who you are in this moment. Okay, am I really living up to who I am? Is my manager, my boss saying something that's true? Or do you know that you're doing your best and your manager is just comparing you to that other person? You guys are maybe doing the same type of job, but you do it different ways, you have a different mindset, and you see things in different capacities. Not to say that what you're doing is wrong, but it may not be similar to that person. We have to figure out the difference between the two. Whether you're doing it not as good as you used to because you know as yourself that you're slacking, or the person that they're comparing yourself to is not the same and you guys are not the same, so you don't feel as bad about what they're saying. That way you're not internalizing what they're saying, you're understanding and interpreting it, and now you're allowing yourself to move forward to focus on you more, putting it back emphasis on you, not what other people are trying to tell you. Let's do another scenario. Since I'm a relationship coach, your significant other is comparing you to another couple or another man in a relationship that you guys are friends with. Oh, I love how so and so treats his wife or his girlfriend or his significant other. I love where so and so is treating her husband, her wife, her significant other, whatever it may be. And you feel, wow, am I not doing my best? I feel like I'm doing my best, but I see that my significant other is not happy with my abilities. Back to you, focusing back to you and remembering your worth and your abilities. Can you honestly say that you're doing the best you could possibly be? Are you saying that you're absolutely being the 100% best partner you could possibly be? Most of the time we're not. So figuring out the criticism that you're getting from your significant other, is it guaranteed? Is it granted? Is it true? Is it something that is real that maybe you could do something better on? Or is your significant other literally just comparing you because she saw maybe one or two things that you may not be doing? Back to you, focusing on you, focusing on your situation, and realizing what's your value, what's your worth. Are you living up to your value? Are you living up to your worth? Is this really something that will help you become a better person and strengthen your worth? Or is it just somebody, your significant other, just comparing you to somebody else, and it's not really going to be beneficial? Address it, learn about it, listen, talk about it, and then move on from that situation. Don't internalize. Sometimes we don't have to internalize these things because it can hurt us to getting to the level that we need to be absolutely who we're meant to be. Let's do another scenario. Let's do a last scenario. Let's do it with family members. I know this is gonna hit some people a little bit, but the scenario is your parents comparing you to your siblings, or if you're single, if you're an only child, your parents comparing you to your cousins or your older, little bit older aunts and uncles, whatever it may be, because they've achieved something that you haven't achieved. Now, this is a crucial one because you have to remember who you are. Don't let perception, don't let comparison destroy who you are as a person. Just because you're not that person doesn't mean that you are lower than that person. You guys may be equals in different regards, but just because someone excels in one thing and you don't, doesn't mean that you should take away from your worth and your value. Now, when you get to that situation and your parents are saying, oh, so-and-so went to school, so-and-so got this job, so-and-so is having these achievements and these rewards and awards and things of that nature, and I've heard from your aunties or your uncles, or I heard from your brothers or your sisters that they're doing this, they got their own house, they're getting married, they have children, things of that nature, and you're like, well, I'm still just trying to figure it out for myself. Again, take yourself out the situation. Listen to what they're saying. Is this something that they're wanting to tell you to become a better person and to move forward? Or are they just saying these things because they see something about them and they're just comparing it to you? You gotta take yourself out the situation and focus on your value and say, hey, is this gonna help me move forward and grow? Or is this literally going to hurt me because they're just comparing me to someone and I'm not that person? These are all things that you got to think about. So when you're in any situation, and you're trying to figure out, how can I be myself? To be yourself in any situation, take yourself out the situation first. Remember your worth. Remember your value. Remember who you are as a person. Listen to what they're saying. Is this something that's going to help me strengthen my worth, strengthen my value? Or are they literally just saying these things just for comparison's sake because they see something about someone else that you're not doing? Remember, you're not that person. You're not that energy. You're not that situation. You are who you are, and if that situation is going to help you become a better person, by all means, take it, move forward, and internalize it so it can help you grow. But if you know it's just strictly on comparison's sake and it's hurting you, let it go, move forward, and address it. Simple as that. So to be your best self in any situation, remember who you are, remember your value. Remember, comparison can kill you if you allow it to. Know who you are. Listen to what the other person is saying. Are they saying this to help you become a better person? Or are they saying it just to compare you to someone else that may be doing something different from you? Doesn't mean that what you're doing is bad. Just doesn't mean that what you're doing should be diminished and low valued. It just means that they may be doing something different and it's maybe just not for you. Remember, there is a difference between criticism and someone just comparing you to someone else. Know the difference so that you don't fall in the lines of bringing down your worth, bringing down your energy, bringing you down to depression because someone is trying to compare you to someone else. Be yourself in any situation and you'll be able to excel in any situation. Simple as that. So if you're looking at me, you're like, okay, well, I am trying to be myself in any situation. I'm falling short. Trust me, I'm here to help you. Go ahead and go to my website, yourcolabcoach.com. Fill out that relationship checklist. Sign up for that free 15-minute coaching session. You will not be disappointed. Follow me on Facebook, Collab Coaching. Follow me on Instagram, Collab Coaching. All my videos and all my series are on YouTube. Just type in Collab Coaching so you don't miss out. Like and subscribe on the next video. That way you don't miss out on the next video. And you can watch all my previous series that I've done before about different topics. Also, I gotta start repping this more. I gotta start talking about this more. I have a podcast with my wonderful friend Jackie. We are literally 4 episodes in, plus the intro. So five videos, five listenings, if you want to call it. Also, episode 5 will be coming out this week. So go ahead with Heart and Soul Podcast. Follow us on Instagram. Like and subscribe on YouTube. You can find us in any podcast station that you're looking for. If you don't find us, let me know, and I can hook us up and make sure we're on those. But we're on a major one. So with Heart and Soul Podcast. With Heart and Soul Podcast. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Be safe out there. And thank you for watching.